Hello dear people, welcome to the channel. In today's video we're going to discuss a very simple but interesting topic, the four main operations in mathematics. This is one of the first things that we learn when we start to learn mathematics, but maybe when we were starting we were taught how to use them, but not how to understand them. Or maybe you are in school and you start your journey in mathematics, and maybe the teacher showed you these operations and how to use them, but they didn't explain to you what are they. So let's have a little view on each of these operations. Let's start with the first one, addition, right? Because it's one of the easiest, one of where we have most fun, the one that I adore, and I'm sure most of you, it's the one that you like the most. Okay, so what is addition? Addition is a combination of numbers to find a total, right? Addition is a combination of numbers to find a total. The sign is plus. An example, a simple example would be, we have a number, right? Could be 1 plus another number, let's say 2. And when we add those numbers, 1 plus 2 equals, right, 3. But because we all like examples, let's use an example with objects. So let's take, for example, an apple, right? Or no, it's, I mean, come on, we should be a little creative, more creative. So let's take an orange, right? We take an orange, so we have an orange. And, oh no, maybe you have 2 oranges or 3 oranges on a table. We have 3 oranges, and on another table, a small one, we have 2 more oranges. So if we want to combine these 2 objects from the table 1 to the table 2, right? When we are putting these 2 oranges on this table, 2, if you edit these oranges, we have nothing here. And because we added these 2 oranges to the table number 1, we have 5 here. So 3 plus 2, we have 5 oranges. Great. Okay. The operation number 2 will be subtraction, which means finding the difference between 2 numbers. Finding difference between 2 numbers. So for example, Let's take an example of numbers. We have a number of 8 and we have a number of 6. If we want to know the difference with two numbers, the sign is minus. So if we want to know the difference between these two numbers, we are subtracting them. So for example, 8 minus 6 will be equal to 2. So let's take our example with objects. Let's say that we have a basket. A basket with 5 oranges. Okay, 6. And let's say that we are eating 3 of them, right? We're having 6 here, and we are taking 3 to eat. So if we are taking the 3 oranges from the basket, we are left with 3 oranges. 1, 2, 3. Okay, the operation number 3, change color, the operation number 3 will be multiplication. Multiplication, which means a repeated addition. A repeated addition. And the sign, right, in this one, it's like a cross. So what is multiplication? Multiplication is a repeated addition between two numbers or a list of numbers. For example, the number of 5 multiplied by the number of 2. Okay, so let's suppose that we don't know the answer, we don't know the multiplication. So what does it mean, number 5 multiplied by number 2? What it means is that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all right, repeated addition. So it's an addition, and it's repeated how many times? 2 times. So you have one time 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and second time 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And in total we have 5 plus 5 equals 10, right? In this way multiplication is working. So you have 10. But let's take the objects example. Let's say that we have 6 baskets with oranges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And in each basket we have 5 oranges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not going to draw them for all 6 baskets, but let's suppose that you have 5 oranges in each basket. And the question is, we need to find out how many oranges we have in all the baskets, right? So in order to simplify the operation, we're not going to add all these 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5, but we're going to multiply them. We have 6 baskets, right? And by how many oranges in each basket? By 5. And we know that 6 multiplied by 5 equals 30. So we find out how many oranges are in 6 baskets. We have 30 oranges. All right, and the last operation, number 4, is division. And division says that it is splitting a number into equal parts. Splitting a number into equal parts. And the sign is that one, but it could be also this one, only 2 points without a line between them. And an example of numbers would be, I'm going to use simple numbers, right? So let's say that we have number 8, and we could write it 8 divided by 2, for example, or we could write it in this way: 8 divided by 2. We call it fraction. We can use this one or we can use this one, depends on the context. And what is division? If we don't know what is 8 divided by 2, I'm going to explain how the division works. So let's split the number 8 into individual factors, numbers. Number 8 equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 elements and we need to divide it by 2. So division, right, is splitting 2 parts. It means splitting in 2 equal parts. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and splitting will be in the equal part. So if we divide it by 2, we are left with 4 and 4. But if we divide it, this part doesn't exist. So we have 4. Let's take the example of our delicious oranges. For example, we have a basket of 4 oranges. 1, 2, 3, 4. And if we are dividing, let's say that we are dividing it, we have 4 oranges divided by 2, for example. It's more simple to explain. So we cut it into parts. This part doesn't exist anymore, and we are left with 2 oranges equals 2. But for example, let's take only one orange. Only one orange, and we are dividing it by 4. We are cutting it like cutting a cake. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 parts. That means that each part is going to be 1 out of 4, right? Each part of orange is 1 out of 4 because you have 4 parts. So in adding these parts, 1 over 4 plus 1 over 4 plus 1 over 4 plus 1 over 4 equals 1, because there is 1 orange. So this is it. Hope you guys that it was fun to watch, it was more clear for you. Hope you enjoyed the little examples, explanations, and if you are new to the channel, it would be a pleasure to leave us a like, subscribe for more explanations, lessons. We are teaching people and young children mathematics and physics from zero, actually, with each step explained in a language that everybody will understand. So put a like, put a subscribe, and see you in the next video.